The great thing about Birmingham is the multicultural and the multi-faith, and that sort of really attracted me.
My family are all here. I'm familiar with it. I was born and raised here, and I feel like most areas I can go to in Birmingham, I know the people, I sort of know the culture in Birmingham as well.
As French Moroccan myself, I'm actually so surprised about the number of people that can actually relate to me. Like my French school that I go to for French lessons is actually in Birmingham. And there's so many other cultures to discover.
People seem to know more about each other and each other's beliefs, and there's a lot of acceptance and learning that I see in Birmingham. You know, people want to know more about each other, they want to know more about each other's cultures, each other's faiths and beliefs, and I think that's a really beautiful thing in the culture of Birmingham.
When my wife died 5 years ago, and that was really traumatic because you know, we'd been married for nearly 40 years, and 25 of those years we worked together. And I don't have any family in Birmingham, so there was a lot of pressure from other members of my family not to live in Birmingham, but to live elsewhere. But the draw of Birmingham, you know, was too great.
I've been in Scouts since I was like 5.
I was quite young when my mum signed me up.
I started when I was 7 years old.
And when I came, it was really fun. I made lots of friends straight away.
The friends that I made at that age, we're still very good friends now. We all came from different walks of life. You know, we all came from different kinds of families and different places around England as well. We all sort of came together, and it feels quite united, even though we're all very different.
I've kind of witnessed the change over time, and to be honest, there's never been a point where I'm like, oh, I'm getting fed up of this.
I think that it's really lovely to see us united and feel like we're all together, we're all one.
I started with the 304 10 years ago. My role with the Scouts is I'm County Faiths and International Advisor. And I had worked in Maldives for 2.5 years, which is a totally Muslim country. So I was very familiar with Muslim culture. And you know, I just really love the Scouts in the 304 because the youngsters themselves, they're all so keen. You know, and you know, you look at them and they've got badges all up their arm, either direction. And the leaders, they're so polite, they're so willing, and they're so community oriented, and they are so diligent about their Muslim faith. And there's such a similarity between the values of Scouting and the values of Islam. You know, faith in God, community spirit, wanting to be a good citizen and all that. You know, it's all the similar values. And so I just love working with the group. Scouts have been around for what, over 100 years. At the time when we got to the centenary, the Duchess of Cambridge became a Beaver leader, you know, and then after that we had Bear Grylls as the Chief Scout, you know, and we had a number of ambassadors, famous people, and they all gave it a lot of impetus. We do camping, we do roping, you know, we do climbing, do rambling, you know, do lots of those things. But then there are a lot of modern badges as well.
There's often a stereotype that we just, every session, go camping. It's not the case. Sometimes I think once we did boxing, we learned a bit about fencing, then we learned about things like climate change and racism. So you do a lot of things, and I like that variety.
We look after each other, we look out for each other, we support each other.
It's like a one big family, really. There's like loads of like people to meet, and it's really nice.
Birmingham just feels like home. You know, you got my whole family live here, and you know, just being somewhere that's so familiar and so accepting of who I am.
I absolutely love Birmingham, and I'm here to stay.